All right, Grasshoppers, we are live with these two lovely women here. I know we're used to seeing these old scraggly hockey players. We got these two beautiful women. So how are you guys doing? So I'll explain who everybody is. Esther McCarthy and Nancy Paquette are both with the Alzheimer's Association, the Westchester chapter. Geez, I got to learn to talk. The Westchester chapter. And we've got a walk coming October 2nd, correct? This is the date of the walk?
Third.
Yep, October 3rd. I was going to be a day early. And I'm putting a team together, and we're going to raise a ton of money, as much as possible. We want at least 100 people on Team Grasshoppers. So we're going to talk a little bit about that today. Guys, thank you very much for having you guys coming on the show. How are you today?
We're good.
Well, thanks.
Good.
Thanks, Tom.
Good. And Esther, what's your role with? Are you the chairman?
Oh yeah, I own the company. No,
There you go.
I am the director for the Westchester Walk, and so my role is to support all of the volunteers, to support the walkers, and to the logistics. Just make it happen so that it's a fun event.
Yes, it is. That's a big thing too. It's for a great cause, but we're going to have a ton of fun too. And we want the Grasshopper team to be the best team out there. So we're going to get people all fired up. Nancy, what's your role?
I'm the team recruitment subcommittee chair on the Westchester Planning Committee. So this is my second year as the sitting subcommittee chair.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. So we had a little gathering on Monday. We all get together at was it Saxon Woods Golf Course? Is that what it was?
Northern Tavern, North Street Tavern?
North Street Tavern.
But it was on the golf course, yes.
That's right. They were very nice to let us use the outside space, and they had a round of drinks for us with some nice pizza. I even broke down and ate some pizza too because Esther was yelling at me to eat it, so I was forced to eat it.
It was good pizza.
It was very good pizza. Yeah, so it's a great spot to go. The North Street Tavern, it's a really good spot to go to. So it's fantastic. So, all right. So, all right, we'll talk a little bit about Alzheimer's, about how that, and obviously we're all touched by that one way or another. We'll talk about that a little bit, but I also want to talk about how people can get online and either start their own team, donate money, join Team Grasshoppers. How do they do that, Nancy?
So I sent you a PDF of the flyer. I'm going to show you mine. Oh, Esther's got hers up there. Okay.
I know, but it's too light. It's much too light. Maybe
all right. So anyway, we have a flyer that's there that has a QR code in it that people can just, hover the smartphone over. Or you can just go to the website too, which is westchesterwalk.org. Okay. And you can go through that way because we're part of the Hudson Valley like the overall chapter, but ours is the Westchester Walk that's happening on October 3rd, as Esther mentioned.
Okay, I'll post that code on my Facebook profile there too, so people can have that. Again, so just go on the Westchester Walk website and it'll guide you through that.
Yes, once you open it up, the page will open, and if you're a new person, you can just click on register, and it's going to ask you, have you participated before? You say yes or no. If you haven't, then it's going to give you the prompts to sign up as a new walker. Or if you've already participated in the past, you just have to put in, hopefully you remember your username and password from before, and or you could donate there as well.
Well, what we really want everyone to do is go to Team Grasshoppers.
That's right. Well,
yes.
So when it comes up, you're going to put that you're looking to be part of that team.
Mm-hmm.
Right, definitely. And here's a pretty common theme I think we'll hear too. Raymond St. Clair writes in, Tom Layla, thank you. My dad has lost two sisters and brother to the disease. Please let me know when and where your walk is. So again, it's October 3rd at SUNY Purchase School in Westchester. And we're going to it's going to be, again, it's a great cause, but we want to make this a fun event too, right? So people come this year, they want to come back next year. So good job. All right. Okay. Just go to the website, join Team Grasshoppers. Again, people, if you want, listen, I'd rather you join Team Grasshoppers, we'll have fun. But if you want to start your own team, you can do that. You can just donate money if you want to. You don't feel like you have to walk. But again, the walk, how long is the walk?
The registration opens at 9. We have a there'll be activities between 9 and 10. We have a 15-minute opening ceremony, and the walk is 10:30. Oh. So you can either do a 5K or 3 miles or 1.5 miles.
Okay, good.
So
we're going 10 miles. What are you talking about? We're going 10 miles.
Yeah. You could do that 3 times. You could do the 5 3 times.
Excellent. Good. And are the Rangers are going to have some stuff there too, right? We're trying to get some stuff there.
They're going to have a table, give out some information, give us some giveaways.
Good. And I'll be there stirring the pot too. So you guys better show up. So we'll have some fun. All right. Well, let's talk a little bit about Alzheimer's. So my father was diagnosed with dementia when he passed away. So is dementia the disease and then Alzheimer's is underneath that or part of that? Is that how it works?
So dementia is the actual umbrella. So Alzheimer's disease is the most common form of dementia. There are many types of dementia, which you can develop many different ways. My father had vascular dementia because he was a cardiac patient. So as did his brother that just passed away and my grandma as well. So it's different. Parkinson's disease can present, with some dementia, different. There are Lewy bodies that Robin Williams had. So there's different types of dementia.
Okay. Is it hereditary?
It can be. That's why a lot of people that like all three of us that are closely related to somebody that have it. It is a concern. I mean, that there are some tests you can get checked for if you're interested in that. There's research that's ongoing. Like anything else, they say happy heart, happy brain. You know what I mean? What's good for your heart is good for your brain. If you eat properly and keep up your exercise and any kind of, puzzles and things that are keeping your brain engaged. And also it's really important to keep up your social activities because they say that a lot of the times as you're progressing in this disease, because it does come in stages, the isolation becomes an issue. Just imagine how confused these people are, right? We've all lived it and seen it, but as their brain is progressing, it's important for people to still be involved in their lives.
Good. And I really do believe that a lot about staying healthy and eating the right foods. I'm a big believer in intermittent fasting. And we talked about it at the event the other night there, where you get in this phase of autophagy and your body's cleaning up all the cells in your brain and your body too. Yeah. So I think that really being healthy, being healthy is important for a lot of reasons, but I do think if there's a history of dementia in your family, it's important. And I think I play a lot of these word games on a computer. I think it's really good to stimulate your brain, same way you stimulate your body, right?
Yes,
so.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And the association, we have a ton of free resources and support for caregivers and for people with the disease.
Yeah, that is important too. It's a person with the disease, but it's the family members too that have to take care of them, right?
Caregivers are hit hard because a lot of times caregivers are going to work. They're taking care of their children and they're taking care of their parents. So sometimes you don't even realize that you're a caregiver, but you are.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I forgot here too. We've got another gentleman. I forgot I did another podcast with. I'm glad he wrote in, Matthew Blittner. They're doing a Brooklyn Memorial Cup. I think it's a baseball game they're playing. It's for Alzheimer's as well. So great job by you. And I'd forgotten that we did a podcast a while ago on that too. Good job, Matthew.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Matthew.
Thank you, Matthew.
Definitely. So, and then again, we should help him with that too. That is coming up on August 7th. And let us know where that is, Matthew. I'll post that up there again. So it's a softball game they're playing. I think they get a whole bunch of media people involved in it too. So, and we all don't like the media. I'm kidding you. We all like the media. And Esther, your mother. What? Pardon me, Esther.
That's the New York chapter.
That's
so
the
we're
New
the
York
West West. That's the New York chapter. Yeah.
Good. Very good. Esther, and your mother has dementia? Also?
She has Alzheimer's, and she's had it for about 15 years.
Oh.
So she's at the later stages of the disease, and it's tough. My mother knew 6 languages, and so it's really hard for my dad. He's her primary caregiver.
Right.
For him to, it's hard for all of us. This is a woman who knew German and French and Dutch and Spanish.
Oh.
And now she doesn't really talk.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
I think it's also important, like we were talking about the other night, that people need to understand that this disease affects everybody. It doesn't, there's no prejudice involved in here. You know what I mean? And it's not just an old folks disease. There's a lot of misunderstanding out there. I have a 60-year-old cousin in Washington State who has full-on early onset. Her husband had to retire early to take care of her. So it can hit you early. And it's important to know that signs will begin to develop, they say, up to 20 years prior to really bad things progress, showing themselves. So it's important for people to pay attention. You know what I mean? Little things along the way. Like if you'll see reasoning skills start to get messed up and, balancing a checkbook or running to the bank with a lot of questions because you're confused about things, or just little things that will just present. It's not just a memory related thing. It says your brain is no longer working because the amyloid plaque is tangling up inside your head.
Okay. And was there some new medication that just came out recently? It was kind of controversial. Was there something like that? Was I reading that?
You want to hit that?
Yeah, you take that one, Nancy.
All right. So there is a new drug that's been FDA approved. It's the first drug that's been on the market, I think, for the past 20 years.
Yeah.
Please don't ask me to pronounce it because it's difficult. I know that there was some controversy over the pricing of it and the availability of it. But I believe it's one of the newer and most, it will affect things in a different way, as opposed to in the past. Like my father was on Aricept for a bit, but because he had already progressed beyond the point where it was really effective, this one will manage things a lot better, as opposed to just like kind of hitting some stuff along the way. It's supposed to like slow down stuff, but this one I think is more progressive.
If you catch it in the early stages also, because this one it will untangle the brain. That's the hope. That's why
the hope.
That's the hope.
So the theory is it can actually stop the progression of the disease?
That's the hope.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent. So that's good news then, right? That's a little bit of a breakthrough.
It's good news. It also shines a light on the disease and how important it is. And so other pharmaceutical companies are now also trying to step up their game, because there's so much light on it now, like what's happening.
Do we have any idea how many people actually suffer from Alzheimer's currently, or a yearly basis?
Yes, we do. And I will look that up while you're
talking. Perfect. I put you on the spot, Esther.
I do. It's a lot.
I put you on the spot. Yeah. There you go.
We're talking millions globally. I mean,
right.
it's a lot, and people are living longer, so it's becoming more of an issue as we age.
Right. Okay, just be sure, everybody. The Alzheimer's Association. We're with the Westchester chapter. Well, I've just made my part of the group now. So, and October 3rd at SUNY Purchase, we're having a walk to raise money and awareness. It's going to be a fun time. Again, I'll post a code on my website where people can scan their phones and get onto the website. And then listen, I'd love for you to join. We're going to have Team Grasshoppers. Hopefully, we're going to get about 100 people and raise lots of money. But if you want to start your own team or just donate money, you can do that too. Mm-hmm. Esther's the head honcho. Nancy's she's
the best volunteer on the committee.
Well, thank you. I've been around for a while. I mean, it's important when you lose people that you love to this disease, you realize a lot more education has to happen, because people, it's just so misunderstood, because everybody just equates it to, oh my gosh, I misplaced my keys, I must have dementia or Alzheimer's, which in a way is really hard for those of us out in the field or directly involved with a loved one, because it's so much more than that, because it comes in stages, and it's not just about being forgetful. Like Esther mentioned, her mom doesn't really speak anymore. You can't talk anymore. You can't walk anymore, and swallowing. It's just a whole thing.
Yeah. I had multiple concussions from playing hockey. And then my father was having dementia too. So I've really tried to pay attention that, I need to really exercise well. I mean, I want to be in shape anyways, but that really kind of helps drive me. And I really recommend everybody at any age that's staying in shape, keeping your weight down, being healthy overall, exercising, getting outside, enjoying life. Don't be sitting around. You really need to exercise your brain the same way you exercise your body to just for anything, but especially for, to help prevent Alzheimer's. So.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to give you the stats.
Okay.
Over 11 million people in the country have the disease. Says over 11 million people.
Wow.
6 in 10 caregivers are still employed, so that's why caregivers are so affected so much. And 57% of employed caregivers have to go to work late, take off time unpaid. It's really does affect the caregivers a lot.
Right. Is there how about insurance? Do they help with that at all? The health insurance companies?
That's a good question.
I'm
not sure.
I mean, I think mental health has become such an issue now, and I think insurance companies are struggling to catch up with that, to see how they can really, that could be a part of their package.
Right. Yeah, because when you talk like that about the caregivers and the time, you just don't think about it. You think, well, yeah, I mean, somebody's always has to be with that person, right? You can't, especially as it progress through the disease. So
Right.
that is tough on families, yeah.
And how many times does someone have to stop working? My dad stopped working early to take care of my mother also.
Right.
So we're always looking to partner with companies and just give up. We do programs for employees to say, these are the signs, these are things that you can do as a caregiver to just sometimes you need to take a break.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
All right, here's one of our loyal listeners here, a great friend of ours too. Count me and my friends in. Can't wait. All right, Susan. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you, Susan.
I believe I'm correct when I say this. Susan's the head of the Rangers fan club as well.
Nice.
So she's very active. She's quite a good friend. Good job. See you there. Good.
Yeah.
Again, our goal is for Team Grasshoppers. I'm being a little selfish here, but Team Grasshoppers has to win this event. We have to raise the most money. We have to have the most people on Team Grasshoppers. All right. It is a competition. There's no question.
Yes.
So we're going to win this event.
Oh boy.
And then
It's in person. It's in person this year. So
Yeah.
that's another challenge because, all the routines that we had in 2019, it's hard to get back to. And there are new routines in 2020. So the new normal is a combination of routines that we can remember, new routines put together, and that'll be our new normal for the walk.
Yeah.
Definitely. Now, the restaurant doesn't know it yet, but I'm going to announce it already. The River Market Grill in Terrytown. We haven't even talked to them yet, but we have pinpointed them. We're going to put the pressure on them too. We're going to have a little event prior to the actual walk. And when are they lighting up the bridge? It's the Miracoma Bridge. They're lighting that purple,
Yes.
correct?
They're lighting it purple on the 25th, the Saturday before the walk.
Okay.
25th of September.
Okay, good. And again, River Market Grill does not know it yet, but we're going to go there and do a show. So actually, I put myself on the spot. I didn't ever make that happen. So great job by Matthew Blittner here again. So where is he raised here? Matthew Memorial Cup has raised $2,235 so far. Great job. Way to work, Matt.
Wow.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
Yes, Matt's a good guy. Real good guy too. And why is there a reason why it's purple as the color? Is it just that's the color that they use for Alzheimer's? I'm putting you on the spot, Esther, aren't I?
You know what? I don't know why. I just always knew it was purple.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Can I just say something? I've only been here 3 months.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. We got to give her a little break.
Let's give her a little slack.
Yeah.
I am wearing a purple shirt.
Yes, I was going to say that. Yes. So where'd you work before? You worked for another charity before, didn't you?
I worked for Leukemia Lymphoma Society, which is blood cancers. So, and their walk was called Light the Night. I also worked for Mercy College in Terrytown or Dobbs Ferry. Yeah.
Very cool. All right, Susan's rallying the troops here too. Not the head. She's not the head of the Rangers Lumbi. It'll be part of it and bringing the head. And we'll post the info you provide. Okay, good job. So we got the Ranger fan club there. Good, nice.
Oh, good.
Thank you. Mm-hmm.
Good. We like that a lot.
So Tom, is everyone going to get their own special T-shirt, or we're just going to wear? So when you raise $100, you get a walk T-shirt.
Oh, okay. So we can have grasshopper T-shirts.
You can.
Sure.
We could make them.
I have one for my team. So yes, you can make them. I made mine for my team a few years ago, but everybody that self-donates $100 or fundraises $100 will be eligible for the 2021 walk shirt. But there are teams that will go out and get their own shirt anyway.
All right, good. Well, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Oh man, you have to have. The guys give me a hard time because I'm always wearing a black T-shirt. So we're gonna have to have black T-shirts. It has to be. I just couldn't do it any other way. It's got to be.
Fine.
So we can do a black T-shirt with purple lettering on it, probably, right?
There you go.
You can.
Sure.
And I'm not sure why it's purple either. I know that's one of the colors of we have the flower garden, and each color of the flower signifies a different thing. And the purple is the one for somebody that you love and have lost to Alzheimer's. So we're shooting for the first white flower in the garden, which is the first survivor once we get to that place. So everybody's combined efforts are going to be very, very appreciated and helpful in that effort. So thank you.
Very cool. Very cool. And another thing we're trying to put together too, we're going to go to some restaurants here in Westchester County and convince them to donate a portion of their earnings leading up to like probably early September, right?
Yeah, right after Labor Day for 1 week, we're going to try to find like 3 or 4 restaurants in Rye and Terrytown and Rivertowns, White Plains, and we'll have a little competition between restaurants.
Definitely.
Raises the most money.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And we'll really help promote the restaurant too. I know it's like at the end of the summer and restaurants have gone through a tough time with the pandemic. So really, I mean, we'll try to really promote that you're there because we want people to be going in there. The more people go in there and spend money, the more money we get for our cause too. So we'll push that as much as we can. So
Yeah.
excellent.
Thank you. It's important.
That'll be fun. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
All right. So again, guys, one more time, October 3rd, Alzheimer's Association. This is the Westchester chapter. We're going to be at SUNY Purchase. You can walk 5K or 3K, correct?
Right, 5K. So it's 3 miles or a mile and a half.
Yep.
Okay. And when we're done here at this show, I will post on my Facebook page the code that will get you to the website. Then you can, again, we want you to join, Team Grasshoppers. But again, if you want to start your own team, you can do that. If it's just donate money, it's fine. And again, guys, we want to have some fun with this thing too, right? Leading up to it, having fun and everything, and fun at the event too. So the Rangers will have people there. It'll be good.
Yeah.
So we can do wine tasting parties for fundraisers. We can do mixology, learn how to.
Yeah, you know what? We'll let the fans kind of join in on that too. They have some other ideas. The one I like is they have a comedy night, and
right.
it'd be fun too.
Yeah, we should do that, a comedy night. That'll be fun.
Yeah, those are good. They're pretty easy to put together and everything too. Get some comedians in, have fun. We had one for a couple of years ago. We had one over at Levity Live over in the Palisades Mall, and it was for a hockey program there, and it was pretty good. They put on a good show. The comedian's good.
Well, that's good. So many ways you can be creative, and I know it's not really always the easiest thing for people to ask other people for money.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But I've coached my people through just our personal stories and how this disease has affected us personally. That's probably your biggest marketing tool.
Yeah.
Because once somebody's hearing about it, it's usually the way.
Well, here's a good one. Nancy's on fire today. Susan's on fire today. You can do a cooking. So I've turned into a pretty good cook. In fact, I do a cooking show every Sunday. On Facebook. Yeah. Well, it turned out at the start of the pandemic, the gyms were closed. So I have a patio here and I had my propane tanks for my barbecue, and I was pretending I was working out with the propane tanks. And then I was being a total smart ass. I was printing out pictures of my old teammates and taping it to the propane tanks, like they were there working out with me. So that built, and I added more people to it all the time. And I'd always be posting the videos. And then I moved into the kitchen because it was raining one day or something. So I started cooking. So I did a video. So now I have about, it must be 30 pictures taped to my kitchen cabinets. I have to tape them all up there every Sunday morning. And people are there for all different reasons. Things have happened along the way. Trump was up there with the mask on when he had the COVID and everything. And so now it's evolved where my cooking has evolved. And so I do a video of the cooking, and now I have to. I put pressure on myself. So now I have to plate it properly. Like I take my time. I get the cloth to clean off the plate and the whole bit. So it's
what's your best meal?
Best meal? Oh, well, the one that we like the most here, my turkey dinner that we have on Christmas and Thanksgiving. So we've really learned. I tell a story about how when I first started cooking, when I was divorced from my son's mother, they were small, like 4 and 6, and I couldn't cook at all. I barely boil water. And so I would, but we wanted to have the Thanksgiving dinner. We wanted to have the Christmas dinner. It was a tradition, So we're using stovetop stuffing and jarred gravy, that we're cheating. And I would get a frozen turkey and I'd throw it into the oven, frozen. And it would actually cook. The turkey would actually cook okay, but I didn't know what the giblets were in there. I thought it was like garbage in the turkey. So I put my hand in there and said, why are we getting turkeys with garbage in the turkey? And this happened a couple of cycles through, so like 3 times. And I don't know what's going on. The turkey tasted fine, and we befriended this couple, married couple. So they came over, and the wife was in the kitchen with me. I pulled the turkey out, and I said, "There it goes again. The garbage is in our turkey. What's going on?" She was like, "Are you being serious?" And I said, "Yes, I'm serious." She says, "That's the giblets, you idiot." So that's pretty much how our cooking got. There's a certain learning process, but we've gotten pretty good now. And I've really gotten into healthier foods too. So a lot of salmon and sweet potatoes and that kind of stuff. I don't know if we were talking about a good friend of mine taught me about sea moss. Sea moss is a new healthy thing. It comes from the Caribbean. She's from Belize. Well, she's born and raised here, but her family's from Belize, so she gets it sent directly. It comes kind of like a hard, almost like spaghetti-like thing, but it's all bundled up, and you soak it, and it gets soft, and you put it in the blender, and it turns into a gel. And if you look it up, it's got all these nutrients in it and everything, and it's helps your immune system. It's really help. You just mix it into smoothies or whatever you want. It really doesn't have any taste to it. You just mix it into foods. You can eat it raw just like that. But so yes, so I've come a long way from the days of cooking frozen turkeys.
Frozen turkey. Well, you get an A for effort.
Yeah. Well, I've done things with my sons when they were smaller. Like I got into making fried rice. And I was watching Emerald and all these guys, and they would mix in wine, and cook it down and all that stuff. So I was making fried rice one day, and I thought it'd be a great idea to put Zambuca in with it.
Oh, geez.
Sure. And I didn't even taste it. I gave it to my poor sons, and they go, "Dad, I can't eat it. I can't eat it." And I'm telling I slaved over a hot stove. You eat it. Then I sat down and ate it, and it was just awful. I think I felt so bad. I think I took them to Toys R Us or whatever, buy them some toys. I felt so bad. So yes, we've come a long way. That's a good idea. We'll do a cooking show though.
Yeah.
That is a great idea.
Yeah.
A lot of people like cooking
Yeah,
shows.
fun. All right. Are we missing anything we wanted to talk about? We've said.
I'm only going to say one more thing. So we ask people to raise $100, and the easiest way to raise $100 is to ask everyone 10 people for $10, and it's not too bad. Kind of easy.
I have to say the cutest thing that I ever saw was we did a street fair in New Rochelle a couple of years ago. And there was a little boy who approached the table because we had like some little handouts and whatever. And I guess his grandma must have had Alzheimer's. And he walked over to the table and he wanted one of the little purple bracelets. And because I think he wanted to give it to his mom. And he came up to the table and, we were taking, giving information and having people register or whatever. And he looked at me and I said, "Can I help you?" And he said, "I want one of those bracelets." And I said, "Oh, okay, you can have that bracelet." And he gave me a quarter. So it was just, we're not asking for like hundreds of thousands of dollars per person, anything and anything that people can give, whether it's a quarter, whether it's $1. Remember the guy that gave us the $3 and at the other event that we did? Well, yeah. So, I mean, whatever people can do, we understand it's not easy, but it's one of our biggest fundraisers. So, we're going to do the best we can. The walk is October 3rd, but we have until December 31st to continue to raise funds. So we're hoping for a really great and successful walk again.
Good. Again, there's a good point there. October 30th is the event. It's at SUNY Purchase. And again, I'll have the code up on my Facebook that you can scan and go right to the website and again, join Team Grasshoppers, donate money, just donate money or start your own team too. But remember, if you're going to start your own team, you will be competing against Team Grasshoppers. So
Pressure.
Yes, huge pressure.
And October 3rd it's Sunday. A lot of times people think it's Saturday, but it's a Sunday walk.
Yeah,
Okay,
and SUNY Purchase is obviously Purchase New York here in Westchester County.
Right. And again, so the thing starts around 9 o'clock, right? And
around 9 o'clock, there'll be food, there'll be coffee, there'll be breakfast, snacks.
And again, I'll be there with a microphone. So
yes,
I love the microphone. So everybody will have some fun.
We'll probably be emceeing some part of this.
Perfect. I'm talking about some part of it, Esther. I'm going to be running the whole show. What are you talking about? Are you kidding?
Oh gosh. That's
Good. Well, I'm really looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the build up. Again, River Market, if you're watching, we're going to, you've already been slotted in as being hosting that. If we can get there, we are going to do something hopefully at the River Market Grill, but I'll do a show from there as well. It'll be a lot of fun. And that's for anybody, that's a great spot over there too, in Terrytown, the River Market Grill.
Yeah.
It is.
Right.
And just so everybody knows that there is 24/7 help always available from the Alzheimer's Association. If you get confused or stuck or just concerned or whatever, just reach out. There's always somebody there to help you. That's how I started back in 2011 when my father started wandering around. So I've always had really excellent support from people on the other end of the phone, and they were always guiding me in the right direction, so.
That's a good point. So they can just go to the Alzheimer's Association website. There'll be a number there that they can call 24/7 to get help.
Yes.
That's good.
Yep. Either
because you raise a good point, Esther, or both of you, about the people that have to work and take care of their loved ones. Sometimes it can just be overwhelming, right? It's like you just need to talk to somebody.
Exactly.
Well, you can sign up and get a care consultant to sit down and speak with you for an hour to tell you what to expect and next steps and things like that. And it's personal, it's confidential.
Yep.
Excellent. Good job.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, ladies, we're just getting started, right? So we've got October, so we got to August, September. Oh, wow, it's closing in.
We have about 75 days.
75 days. Okay.
Yep.
Good.
We're remaining hopeful that this is going to be another successful walk. In the past a couple of years, we've been like in the top 30 in the country.
In the top
Is that
30
correct?
in the country. The Westchester Walk has been in the top 30.
What's our goal to be number one? What do we have to do to be number one?
Team Grasshopper has to make $300 million.
That's it. That's it. Okay.
That's easy for you.
Well, listen, guys. Obviously, we want to raise money, but we also want to raise awareness for people and show people that there are other people out there to help them. The caregivers, especially those caregivers. The way it's interesting listening to you talk about it, how important the caregivers are, and how hard a job it is too. So we're there for you. And we're gonna have some fun.
Exactly.
All right, guys. Great job. We'll have another one of these shows coming up. All right.
Thank
Take
you
care,
so
guys.
much. Have a
Thank
good
you for
day.
having